Tell us what this run means to you.
Yeah, hi everyone, and thank you so much for having us. Of course, the Wings for Life World Run means a lot to me as somebody who suffered a spinal cord injury in 2013. However, the Wings for Life World Run is a run that basically happens across the world at the exact same time. And the whole purpose is not only for humanity to come together, but all the money raised, which is 100% of the entrance fees, goes towards finding a cure for spinal cord injury. So, yeah.
And tell us about your progress in the run, because in 2019 you were able to stand up. 6 years before that, you'd suffered badly in a motorbike accident. This run is part of your triumph of getting back to it.
Oh, yeah, of course. So as I mentioned, my injury happened in 2013, and my first Wings for Life World Run was in 2016, and that was sort of the first time I went out in public. And, you know, it was a pretty profound moment for me because this was the first time I'm surrounded by, you know, thousands of people that not only look like me, but also are trying to solve a problem or trying to support me in my injury, you know. So, yeah, it's been a heck of a journey. I stood for the first time in 2019, and literally every single year it's been better and better. And yeah, we're just hoping to raise more money this year and for hopefully to push a little bit more further. Yeah.
Right, so let me get this straight. You can run from anywhere. You just have to have the app. And on that app, all the runners congregate. How many runners are we talking about? And what do they do on the app? How does the app guide them? Does it make the run easier? Or perhaps does it isolate you more? Explain to us. This is quite far out.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the bad news is because of COVID, it had to move to an app run at some point. However, this is like I mentioned, this is a race that happens all across the world at the exact same time. So everybody, like in Germany, in Japan, in Frankfurt, in South Africa, everybody literally starts at the same time. Now, what makes this particular race special is that there is no finish line. And I know that sounds weird. However, instead of there being a finish line, there is a catcher car that chases you. So this race is literally for everybody. Somebody who wants to walk 3 kilometers, people who want to run 20 kilometers, you know, even your ultra athletes that want to push themselves even harder. So yeah, we basically trying to get everybody involved, and hopefully you run as far as you can until the car catches you. Now with the app, this is simulated digitally. However, I really wish that once, you know, the pandemic and stuff is over, we will go back to live races at stadiums, and it's a wonderful way to spend the day, you know, with the family.
Yeah, that's what was my question. So on the app, everyone's going to log in at the same time, but is there a sense that you could meet up before, plan your strategies, get a sense of camaraderie? Are there places where you can do this? Is there communication that you can find runners of your own ability, or perhaps people who just want to take an amble together?
Oh yeah, 100%. So the app basically connects everybody across the world. However, if people do want to create their own teams and sort of like raise a little bit more money together, you can create your own teams. I'm actually working right now with some of the guys up here in Joburg from the Wings for Life World Run Foundation and Red Bull, where we're trying to put together sort of a community run within Johannesburg, right? Which either Pretoria or Johannesburg. So yeah, people are sort of encouraged to literally do whatever they want. This means like you can get your people together, you can run alone, you can run with a group of 20, but also it's on a Sunday on the 8th of May. So it's a wonderful way to spend the afternoon and, you know, get your mates together, run for those who can't, and yeah, spend some time together.
Right, so 100% of the proceeds, 199 Rand entry fee, that all goes to the research to end spinal cord injury. Tell us about the science behind it. Where are we? Where do we need to be still?
Yeah, sure. So if people are interested to find out a little bit more of the progress that's been happening, and this is also like amazing things that have been happening right now in the scientific field where, you know, there is sort of advances within stem cell research. However, how the Wings for Life World Run works is that 100% of the proceeds goes towards the foundation, and that foundation funds scientific research throughout the world. So I won't say there's particular things that are restricted to the funding. However, anybody, you know, whatever scientific lab sort of has a way to, advance the science in terms of solving this problem, this is where the money goes. And in terms of, the progress that we've made, I encourage everyone to look at some of the stories on the Wings for Life website. And we had somebody who had a spinal cord injury and actually started walking. He actually walked a couple of meters. I don't want to share too much on that, but when people sign up, they can also read this gentleman's story. It's inspiring, and it's quite emotional because, if we can solve this problem as humanity, that means, kids in the future and people in the future will not have to suffer the trauma that, we have suffered. And it will be a great win for humanity as well. I think it's something special.
Right, so the 8th of May, you've got to get the Virtual Run app. You've got to go to the Wings for Life worldrun.com. You've got to support the cause to find a cure to end spinal cord injury. Sandile Mkhize, thanks very much for joining us. We're out of time, but we will keep monitoring. May the 8th, that's where you want to be. I don't know where I am. I'm on the jib, yes. And we're going to link now to the